Hi, I'm Doug Fields, and I want to thank you for listening to this audio training from Youth Leader Training on the Go. In youth ministry, there's just too much work to be done by one person. There's always something else that needs to be done. There's another student to call, a Bible study to prepare, an event to attend, whatever. It takes a team to build a healthy youth ministry. Students need to see adult leaders act like a team. When they see adults who are committed to the team and to one another, they are seeing a living, breathing example of the body of Christ. And this is what students must see to give them hope for the church. I believe this is one of the reasons that Jesus made it very clear that our commitment to one another is a witness to the world when he said, "Love one another. As I loved you, so you must love one another. By this, all men will know that you are my disciples if you love one another." That verse is a great definition of teamwork, loving one another. Here are 3 commitments for team players. 1. A team player commits to the purpose of youth ministry. We don't need churches full of leaders fighting one another. Fighting breaks apart a team. Let me ask you some rhetorical questions. Are you committed to the direction of the youth ministry? And do you know the express purpose of the youth ministry? If you don't commit to the common purposes, you'll have your own personal agendas appear, and those personal agendas will create conflict and can become divisive in the ministry. Volunteers don't have time to fight one another. Our fighting time needs to be reserved for the enemy in our spiritual battle. 1 Corinthians 1 verse 10 says, "Let there be real harmony so there won't be any division in the church. I plead with you to be of one mind, united in thought and purpose." Teamwork brings harmony. A second sign of teamwork is when you make a commitment to the leader of the youth ministry. When I was part of a sports team, I followed the direction of the coach. I submitted to his leadership, direction, and coaching. I didn't agree with everything he did, but I listened and followed his lead. I had to learn my role, player. I was a player, not the coach. And when we knew our role and we were committed to one another, we worked well as a team. If God has given someone the mantle of leadership in your youth ministry, then you need to support this person. You contribute to teamwork when you know your role and you support the leader of your ministry. Now, you may not like all the decisions, but that's all part of playing on a team. I've been in youth ministry for almost 30 years now, and I can tell you that the leader of a team is sometimes lonely. They're feeling like they're running behind. They're attacked by criticism, feeling unworthy, afraid, out of control, underappreciated, all those things. Now, I don't have it all together, and I've never met a leader who does. I desperately need my volunteer leaders to support my leadership. Now, I'm not saying that I always need them to say yes to everything I say, but by making a commitment to me, they are committing to making me a better person and a stronger leader. Many times the body of Christ, expressed through my volunteers, have gently and lovingly confronted me and helped me see things about my leadership that wasn't healthy. But because we operate as a team, they confronted me with truth and with heavy grace. Heavy grace said, "Doug, we love you, and the truth is we need to talk to you about something." Grace and truth makes me a better leader. May I encourage you to cut your leaders some slack and support them? Verbally encourage them regularly. Let them know you support them and you're proud of them. This will make them feel like a stronger leader. The third sign of teamwork is when you make a commitment to strengthen yourself. When you improve as a youth worker, you improve the health of the team. Here are some ways you can strengthen your ministry skills and make a bigger contribution to the team. Flexibility. Don't act stressed out when things don't go as planned. Positive attitude. I'd much rather have a positive volunteer than a skilled one. Ability to laugh off mistakes. No big deal. That was funny when the students showed up and no one thought through transportation. Sitting on the floor with students. Be there with them. Don't stand in the back of the room. Speak positive in front of students through tough situations. Some students love to complain, and it's easy to jump in there on the complain train. Ask the lead youth worker, "Can I do anything for you?" This attitude of servanthood is one of the markers of a team player. Frequently say yes and let me handle that. Teamwork looks to lighten the load of others on the team. Confront those who are verbally beating up the person in charge. Don't listen to their verbal abuse. Confront them and don't be afraid to walk away from them when you need to. And finally, affirm others on the team. Regardless of them hitting a home run or striking out, they need affirmation, especially when they fail. In 1 Corinthians 12, the Message paraphrase reads, "A body isn't just a single part blown up into something huge. It's all the different but similar parts arranged and functioning together." It's amazing that God designed the church in this way, that we'd have to rely on each other and work together to accomplish His kingdom work. Thanks again for taking the time to listen and learn. And thank you for loving God and pointing students toward a life-changing relationship with Jesus. Thanks for doing what you do.